Hi everyone, it's Lisa and welcome to Make It Monday. Today is week 36 in my series on dynamic duos where I'm teaching you 2 projects using the same product. Today I'm focusing on the holiday catalog, as I will be over the next few weeks. I've been creating an awful lot and I've got a lot of cute things to show you, and you'll be pleased to know they're all Lisa originals. Here's the first one. It's a really cute Christmas card. I'm using the new stamp set called Get Your Santa On. I could not resist the cute whimsical images here. I began with a piece of crumb cake cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it in half, and then I ran it through the brand new Lucky Stars embossing folder. Probably one of my new favorite things inside the holiday catalog. I then cut a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, and this measures 3.5 by 4 3/4. A piece of designer series paper measuring 3.25 by 4.5. Now this designer series paper comes from a brand new paper stack inside the holiday catalog called Trim the Tree, and I'm having lots and lots of fun with this. You can go to my online store and see the images a little bit better, but they're really versatile and I think you're going to enjoy it. Of course, like all of the Stampin' Up! Designer series paper, they are double-sided, so you have choices. Next, I cut a piece of crumb cake, and this is 2 3/8 by 3 5/8. And then last, I have a piece of white, 2 1/4 by 3.5. That's actually going to layer here. So that's going to create the panels of our card. I'm going to begin with garden green ink and the little banner that says Joy. That's part of the stamp set. Photopolymer ink. Absolutely am in love with this because you can see exactly where you're going. So that makes placement nearly perfect. I'm going to be stamping the Santa suit in Memento ink. This is my go-to black ink pad now for everything other than watercoloring. And an important tip, when you're using photopolymer stamps, it's critical that you use Memento. StazOn will ultimately ruin your stamp because of the solvency inside the ink. So I'm going to ink this up, and again, you're going to be able to see how it's turned black. And I'm just going to put this little guy right on that mock clothesline I've created. So this banner is actually going to position itself on the card here. So you can see my finished card here. So I'm replicating that. So obviously we're just going to adhere those layers. I used the markers that coordinate with the basic black here, and I added some dazzling diamonds glitter. Isn't that beautiful? But let me talk to you a little bit about the hat. I've stamped the hat, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to color it. But when you cut it out, you don't need this bottom piece. So just cut this away when you do your fussy cutting. And this is obviously mounted on a dimensional just to give it a little bit of a lift. But I think this card came out really cute. But let me show you the dynamic duo. I created this adorable gift box. Now, I don't know about you, but our house around the holidays, we never seem to have a box this size to put a piece of jewelry in. So Stampin' Up! Came up with a great solution, and you are going to love this. These cute 2x2 boxes come in a package of 25, which makes it super affordable. I mean cheap. You can't even buy them for this price. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy too, but I struggled with getting it together, so let me give you a couple tips. They come flat, so just position them and kind of bend your flaps to make life a little easier for you. Instead of folding forward, I fold back to kind of condition my paper. Then here, what you're going to do is I just want you to remember to start with the ugliest tab first, which would be this one. So that one goes down, and then these 2 sides go in, and then you're going to pop this in like this. And then you've got a great interlocking bottom for this box. This is about maybe 20 inches of the cherry cobbler chevron ribbon. And let's talk a little bit about the tag. This is the new Note Tag Punch. It does have a coordinating stamp set called Cheerful Tags, which I'll show you in just a minute. But I'm just going to cut myself a tag, and then I use the words from that Cheerful Tag set that coordinates with the punch. Again, photopolymer, you gotta love that so that you can see exactly where you're going. So that's this. I sponged the edges with the crumb cake ink, and I did that same banner I did on my card, but this time in cherry cobbler, and that exact same Santa hat. Punched a small hole with the 1/16 inch hole punch, and then I just used some baker's twine to attach it there. So really simple. But let's talk about these cool little stars. This is the confetti star punch, and I'm having a ball with this thing. Now, it can create a border. It'll leave a negative image, but I'm going to use it for the confetti. So I'm sliding in my cardstock all the way to the back, and I'm pressing. Now I'm going to tell you what, this is going to give you just a small workout because you're punching lots at a time, but it is easy because of the size of the punch and the leverage is great. Just make sure you have it flat on your table. So these little pieces right here, aren't these awesome? This is what I use to attach them to my box. And let me show you the easiest way to do that. Use your two-way glue pen. You're going to start by making a small dot on the box of the two-way glue and then just position your star on top of it. And you're going to find that it sticks beautifully. Not one of my stars has fallen off, which I'm pretty pleased about. So that's this week's Dynamic Duo. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next week for Make It Monday.